Welcome to Tuesdays with Terra. I'm Terra Bundance, and today I'm going to do a focus wheel around prosperity and abundance, just creating a positive connection and relationship with money. So, first thing you're going to need is some paper and a pencil or a pen, and not really a whole lot of drawing skills, just the ability to draw a basic circle. It doesn't even have to be a perfect circle, and some lines around it. So, I'm going to walk you through the process. So grab your pencil and paper and let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to create a circle in the center of your paper, just a small circle. Okay. What is a focus wheel, by the way? A focus wheel is something that Abraham Hicks talks about, and it is a tool that is used to get you from one feeling around something, like a negative or low vibration feeling around something, and move through a process to get you to a positive feeling or energy or vibration around that same idea. Okay. So the second thing you're going to do now is create a second circle around the first one. Okay. Pretty simple. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to create quadrants. Okay. I like to go to the corners of my paper because it's easier for me just to kind of line it up that way. Great. Next, I'm going to split those top two in half. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 at the top, 1, 2, 3 at the bottom. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to split the two sides the same way. I'm going to put one line here, one line here, one line here, one line here. So it looks like a big sunshine and it has 12 spaces. Okay. After I've created those 12 spaces, I need to come up with a positive, affirmative phrase or affirmation that embodies what it is that I desire. Okay, so for me, what I desire is a good, positive, healthy relationship with money. So I could say something in the center like, I enjoy my positive relationship with money. Or I could say, I love money and it loves me. What I wrote in the center of mine is, I love money. It supports me on all levels. So you can write whatever you want in the center, but it needs to be a positive, and you don't necessarily have to already believe it. That's the whole point. We're trying to get to that center point. Okay. So write an affirmative, positive statement that you would like to feel around money. Okay. Here's me putting mine in there. I love money. It supports me on all levels. Okay. So the next thing we need to do is actually get on the wheel. How do we get on the wheel? We have to say something that we actually believe, moving in the direction of whatever your center statement is. So for me, the center statement is, I love money. It supports me on all levels. So what's something that I already believe about that? I truly already have a connection and an awareness and a big yes, stamp of approval. I absolutely believe this. So the first statement that I wrote on mine was in the 12 o'clock space. I enjoy having money. Okay. I enjoy having money. So I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead. And what I would like for you to do is write in the first 6 spaces of your wheel. So the first 6 spaces, you're going to be creating the words or the language around things that you already believe. I'm going to go ahead and read some of my statements to you right now. One is, after I enjoy having money, I wrote, I like spending money. Another one is, I like sharing money. Another one is I like saving money. Okay. So these are just some ideas, just some statements that you can use. Another one is when I have money in savings, I feel good or safe. I put good slash safe. When I have money in savings, I feel good and safe. Okay. So start breathing. Kind of breathe into this place where we are right now. We've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 statements completed. So we're about to write number 6, which means we're about halfway through the circle, the wheel. So the next phrase I wrote was, I love the idea of having a healthy relationship to money. I love the idea of having a healthy relationship to money. Okay. So once I hit halfway through, I like to go back and read all the things that I just wrote. The center statement first. I love money. It supports me on all levels. And then each of the statements after that. So, what I suggest is you doing that right now. Take a break, take a moment, and read through each of the first 6 statements that you've written on your wheel and breathe into it every single time and see if you notice any kind of changes energetically, tingling, just some thoughts or awarenesses that are coming up around like, oh, this feels pretty good. I like the feeling of this. And hopefully that's what you're going to be feeling because these are true statements that you already do believe around kind of moving in the direction of that center statement. Okay, so once you've read through all of those, take a deep breath, pause, and give yourself permission to move on, to move to the next thing. Good. Okay, so moving forward to the last 6, we are going to really dig a little deeper. Okay, so for me, I started going into what it means to have a relationship with money. Since the last thing I wrote was, I love the idea of having a healthy relationship with money. I wrote down next, I can do things and have things I want and need with money. Basically, when I have money, I can do things I want and need. I can do things and have things that I want and need. Okay, and then the next thing I wrote was, and again, you're writing whatever you feel is fits for you. I'm just giving you some examples by showing you what I used in my own focus wheel. What I wrote next is, I truly believe money is energy. Okay. And so if I can create a relationship with the energy of an animal or a tree or a person or anything else, I can create kind of a connection, then that helps me recognize that I can create a relationship with the energy of money. And it could be a healthy relationship. So I can create a healthy relationship with the energy of money. I do believe that. So that gets me on the wheel. So then the next thing I wrote is something that I've always believed: abundance and money. Abundance using money, abundance through prosperity, whatever that means to someone, but definitely abundance is everyone's birthright. And so basically that means that money, having what you need is everyone's birthright. And so I wrote, if it's everyone's birthright, then it's my birthright. So I wrote, abundance and money are my birthright. The last thing I wrote before I get to the center circle again is, in essence, money works for me. We work for each other, but money works for me. So if I know that money and I have a relationship, then if I'm working for money, then money's also working for me. So then we're going to get to that center circle. I'm just going to use this as an example. Remember that one that goes around your center circle, that one right there. So what you're going to put in that circle is what you're feeling right now. After you've breathed in and read through, go ahead and do this again. Breathe through, read the center circle. I love money. It supports me on all levels. And then read through each of your 12 spokes on your wheel. So as you read through each one, take a deep breath, taking it in, feeling the energy change, feeling your energy kind of drawing closer to that center circle phrase that you wrote. And once you get to round to the very end, just tune in, take a deep breath, and then just ask yourself, what am I feeling right now around this idea or this belief? Okay. So for me, when I got to the end, what I wrote down is I have a healthy symbiotic relationship with money, right? I have a healthy symbiotic relationship with money. And so because of that, I love money. It supports me on all levels. That's my center circle. Okay. So here's my finished wheel. See, it doesn't have to be pretty. You're just going to get rid of it because once you've changed your vibration and your energy around a particular belief, you no longer need to look at that unless you just like to look at that kind of thing as a reminder. But once you're there, the energy should really start feeling like it's settling in to your perspective, your awareness, your belief systems. So now your brain synapses are changing the patterns around what they believe around money. Look at the way my lighting just changed. That's fascinating. That's really cool. So now that you have completed your focus wheel, you can use this focus wheel for anything. It could be used for health, it could be used for relationships, it could be used for something you want in your life, it could be used for a belief you want to change. So find something that you're kind of finding discomfort around. You're finding yourself just kind of bumping against a wall. And when you find that feeling of bumping against a wall around something, do a focus wheel on it. Think of something that you want and desire around that particular issue, write it in the center, create your 12 spokes wheel, write something that is true for you, truly, truly true, that is kind of moving in the direction of that center phrase, that center thing that you're wanting to get to. Write all of the write the first six, breathe into it, feel the energy changing, write your final six, breathe into it, read the center again, read them all over again, and then ask yourself, what am I feeling right now around this particular thing? And then write that in the space around the center circle. And so, best of luck to you. Enjoy this process. I love the focus wheel. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you next week on the next Tuesdays with Terra.